You won't believe what Triple H just did. After years of letting Brock Lesnar run roughshod over WWE, destroying superstars, holding championships hostage, and showing up whenever he feels like it, the game has finally had enough. And it all comes down to one brutal, unforgivable attack on the Bron Breakker. But here's what's going to make your blood boil. Some people are actually defending Lesnar right now. Yeah, you heard that right. They are saying he was provoked and that he's just being the beast. Are you kidding me? This man crossed a line that should never be crossed, and if you think that's acceptable, you're part of the problem with wrestling today. The facts are undeniable. Brock Lesnar didn't just attack Bron Breakker, he tried to end his career. We're talking about a vicious, premeditated assault that left one of WWE's brightest young stars broken and blooded in the middle of that ring. And for what? Pride? Ego? Because someone dared to challenge the so-called beast incarnate? This isn't 2002 anymore. This isn't the ruthless aggression era where anything goes. Triple H is running a company, building future stars, and Brock Lesnar just spat in his face. Let me ask you this, do you think Triple H made the right call firing Brock Lesnar, or should he have given him one more chance? Drop your answer in the comments below. Now, let's rewind and talk about how we got here, because this has been brewing for months. Bron Breakker burst onto the scene with an intensity we haven't seen since his uncle, Rick Steiner, and his father, Scott Steiner, dominated WCW. The kid has everything: raw power, natural athleticism, the Steiner bloodline, and most importantly, he has something to prove. He's not living off his family name, he's building his own legacy. And WWE Universe, you've seen it. Every single match, Bron Breakker brings an energy that's electric. He's been plowing through the competition, making veterans look like rookies, and honestly, he's been doing it better than most superstars on the main roster. Then came the Royal Rumble. Bron Breakker made his grand entrance at number 18, and the crowd erupted. Within minutes, he eliminated 3 former world champions. The momentum was unstoppable, but guess who was standing in the corner, watching like a predator sizing up his prey? Brock Lesnar. And when these two finally came face to face in that ring, the entire arena held its breath. We all knew this was inevitable. The young lion versus the old beast. The future against the past. What happened next shocked everyone. Bron Breakker didn't back down. He went nose to nose with Brock Lesnar and hit him with a thunderous tackle that actually made Lesnar stumble. For the first time in years, someone made Brock Lesnar look human. The crowd lost their minds. But then, in typical Lesnar fashion, he recovered, hit Bron with an F5 out of nowhere, and eliminated him from the Rumble. Classic Brock, right? Except this time, it didn't end there. Here's another question for you: who would win in a fair one-on-one match, Bron Breakker at his current level or a prime Brock Lesnar from 2003? Let me know what you think. After the Rumble, you'd think that would be it. Rivalry over, mutual respect established, both men move on. But no, Brock Lesnar couldn't let it go. His ego was bruised because a rookie made him look vulnerable, even if it was just for a moment. So what does Brock do? He starts showing up on Raw, hunting Bron Breakker like he's got some personal vendetta. And Triple H, at first, the game tried to handle this the professional way. He called meetings, he tried to mediate, he even set up a contract signing thinking these two could settle their differences like men. That contract signing was supposed to be for a marquee match at WrestleMania. Can you imagine it? Bron Breakker versus Brock Lesnar on the grandest stage of them all. It would have been a passing of the torch moment, a defining match that could have elevated Bron to superstardom and given Brock one last classic encounter. But Brock Lesnar doesn't do business the right way anymore. He doesn't care about the company, about the fans, or about building the next generation. He only cares about Brock Lesnar. The contract signing turned into an absolute disaster. Bron Breakker sat there, calm and collected, ready to sign and make this official. He showed respect, he showed maturity beyond his years. But Brock flipped the table, grabbed Bron by the throat, and proceeded to deliver the most heinous beating we've seen in WWE in years. We're talking multiple F5s on the steel chair, repeated German suplexes on the exposed concrete floor, and a final devastating assault that left Bron unconscious and bleeding. Medical staff rushed to the ring. Referees, producers, even other superstars tried to pull Brock off, but he was in a frenzy. He wasn't a professional wrestler at that moment, he was a savage animal who lost all control. And that's when Triple H himself stormed down to the ring, getting right in Brock's face, screaming at him to stop. For a second, we thought Brock might actually attack the game himself. The tension was that thick. Quick question for the comment section: if you were Triple H in that moment, what would you have done? Fire Brock immediately or suspend him indefinitely? Bron Breakker was hospitalized with a concussion, bruised ribs, and a separated shoulder. Doctors said he'd be out for at least 3 months. 3 months. That's 3 months of prime television time lost, 3 months of momentum completely killed, and 3 months where one of WWE's most promising young talents is sitting at home recovering from an attack that should never have happened. Behind the scenes, sources say Triple H was furious, and I'm not talking about the usual disappointed in your actions type of anger. This was personal. Triple H has been building this new era of WWE with a focus on young talent, on actually creating stars instead of just recycling part-timers. He brought up Bron Breakker because he saw a future world champion. He saw someone who could carry this company for the next decade. And Brock Lesnar, in one selfish moment, jeopardized all of that. The locker room was in uproar too. Superstars were reportedly demanding action. Guys like Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and even veterans like Randy Orton went to Triple H and said enough is enough. Brock has gotten away with too much for too long. The special treatment, the part-time schedule, the ability to come and go as he pleases while everyone else grinds day in and day out, it all came to a head. This wasn't just about Bron Breakker anymore. This was about setting a precedent. This was about showing the entire roster that nobody is bigger than WWE, not even Brock Lesnar. Let me hear your thoughts. Should WWE have a zero-tolerance policy for all superstars, or should main event talent get special privileges? Tell me in the comments. So Triple H made the call. In a private meeting with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, the game laid it out plain and simple: you're done. Your contract is terminated effective immediately. Pack your bags, return your merchandise, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. Reports say Paul Heyman tried to negotiate, tried to smooth things over, but Triple H wasn't having it. This wasn't a negotiation. This was a firing. Now, Brock's defenders are coming out of the woodwork saying this is a work, that it's all part of some elaborate storyline. But insiders are saying this is real. WWE has already pulled Brock Lesnar merchandise from the online store. His name has been removed from upcoming promotional materials. And most telling of all, Brock hasn't posted a single thing on social media since the firing. If this was a work, don't you think WWE would be promoting it? Don't you think they'd be milking this for every ratings point possible? The truth is, Triple H drew a line in the sand. He's showing the wrestling world that his vision for WWE doesn't include out-of-control part-timers who can't follow the script and put young talent in genuine danger. Some fans are celebrating this decision, saying it's about time Brock faced real consequences. Others are devastated, claiming WWE just lost one of their biggest draws and that ratings will plummet without Lesnar. But here's the bigger picture: this is about the future of professional wrestling. Do we want a WWE where veterans actually help build the next generation, or do we want a company where legends cling to the spotlight, burying younger talent out of insecurity? Brock Lesnar had countless opportunities to do the right thing. He could have made Bron Breakker a star at WrestleMania. Instead, he chose violence, chaos, and selfishness. Final question for all of you: do you think Brock Lesnar will end up in AEW or another promotion, or is his wrestling career completely over? Give me your predictions. Triple H's decision is either the boldest move in modern WWE history or a catastrophic mistake that will cost the company millions. Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: the landscape of WWE has changed forever. Bron Breakker will return stronger than ever, and when he does, he'll have a chip on his shoulder the size of Texas. And Brock Lesnar? Well, the beast incarnate might have finally met the one opponent he can't conquer: corporate consequences. If you found this breakdown as intense as I did, smash that like button, subscribe to Wrestling Zone 1 for more exclusive WWE news and analysis, and drop your hottest takes in the comments below. Do you stand with Triple H's decision, or do you think Brock got screwed? The wrestling world is watching, and your voice matters. Let's blow up this comment section and show WWE that the fans have spoken.